all, this is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome again to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul learning series by wavesstrategy.com. And in this short webinar, I'm going to talk about something known as time cycle. And I'm going to talk about a cycle which I'm observing on the market, which is an 85-week cycle. It's a long-term cycle. And what is a time cycle actually? आप सोच रहे होंगे. तो टाइम साइकिल का मतलब क्या होता है? We are trying to find out periodically when there is going to be possibly a low formation happening. लेकिन लो बनने के पहले टॉप बनना चाहिए, तब हम जाके बता पाएंगे that there is a possibility that every 85 weeks we see Nifty forming important lows. Now, it might be difficult to understand that way. Now, let me share it across on my screen and chart so that you are able to make out what do I mean by that when I say that it's following an 85-week cycle. उसका मतलब क्या होता है? अगर आप ये देख पा रहे हैं screen मेरा, I'm just going to share it across. So over here you can clearly see that there is a vertical line. ये जो आप lines देख रहे हैं, red color की line, this is known as a time cycle line. Now this distance between these two cycle, this is a weekly Nifty chart. ये दोनों के बीच का जो distance है, that distance is 85 candles. इसका मतलब 85 week. Since it's a weekly chart, दोनों के बीच में distance 85 week है. Now it's a very interesting observation. From here you can see the markets went up after forming a low. This is 2008 crash. After that, Nifty rallied sharply on the upside. This is again in this period. If you check 2010 के आसपास, there was a huge rally. Again in 2012 there was a rally. From here there is an up move. This was the time when market was going down instead of going up because there was no fall at all in this zone. अगर आप देखेंगे जितने भी रैली हुई है उसके पहले फॉल था. Okay, all of the times there was a fall, post which there was a rally. Similarly, भले ही फॉल छोटा था, but there was a fall. यहाँ पे फॉल था and then there was a rally. And this low which is formed on the market in March 2020 in the pandemic was exactly on that cycle, and see the rally that we saw is huge and exorbitant rally. Now this is a very interesting, this is known as the concept of time cycle. Over here, this 85 is known as the period. You are trying to find a period. So there is a science behind it, how to derive that 85 weeks, how to know when the market is going to form a low or a top. It's a science, I would say. So over here, you can see that there is an, after every 85 week, there is a low being formed, provided there is a fall before the market forms a low. So यहाँ पे fall आया, then there is a low and then the rally. That's how it happens. But this time, November, right now we are standing in that 85 week zone, but there is no fall which has happened prior to that. When this scenario happens, there is a possibility that instead of forming a low, we form a top. This happened in this phase of the market once. So it's a rare phenomenon. So हमारा conviction is going to be less that whether this is how it's going to behave. But this gives us that November right now in the week that we are standing is that week. So something is going to happen in next 2 to 3 weeks of time. That is what we can make out for sure. Once the support level breaks, then we can say that this is acting as an inversion. Inversion means instead of a low, a top is formed, but only after the support level breaks, which is around that 17,200 levels. If that does not break, then how might prices behave? We will have to see. So if 18,600 gets taken out again on the upside, then maybe the rally is extending further. But we are keeping a close watch now. If that 18,600 gets taken out or 17,200 gets broken, because that will determine how prices will going to behave for next few months. That is how you can utilize time cycle by understanding the concept of it. तो मैंने आपको बहुत briefly explain किया है, but don't just go and try investments because of what I'm explaining you now. Understand the complete science end to end, and then you should trade or invest in the market. That is what I would suggest. So that's what we are going to do in the mentorship program starting on 20th November, how to look at this science from end to end. It's a 3 months program on mentorship. That's what we are going to do. So this is just a disclaimer. I hope you liked the a short way of looking at the market in a very simple terms by applying the cycle analysis. And this is a disclaimer, we are expressing purely from educational perspective. There is nowhere we are recommending anything, and that's my coordinate. This is Ashish Kyal signing off. And do apply these kind of studies on charts, on Nifty, on stocks, commodity, and share it across on my Twitter handle @Kyal Ashish. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Thank you.